Alright, okay. Oh man.
grid. All non-essential personnel leave the grid now. Attention grid. Attention grid. All non-essential personnel leave the grid now.
Hello everybody and welcome to round 15 of the Formula SimRacing World Championship. It's been a long time coming and it seems quite a long time ago now that Rodrigues actually secured the championship. So now we will find out if he can continue his reign of dominance and just show what it does take to be champion here in FSR. So we raced for 55 laps of this Abu Dhabi Grand Prix to get underway. It's a beautiful circuit and I'm sure there's going to be some fantastic racing going on all around the circuit today. So Rodrigues immediately then leading the field away for the warm-up lap. He's currently P1 and Frederick Nilsson will start second. Dennis Hull up there in the Matt Court Racing will start in P3. Fourth place will be Kareem Vetzenberg. Fifth will be Mikko Kumalainen and Cyril Verdmuller makes quite an impressive effort there in P6. So very good for him. And then so back towards the grid then, Peter Burlat in 9th, Dejan Kostadinov in 10th, who rounds out the top 10. Yannick Lapchin for ATR, P11, Reino Roon starts 12th for GT Omega. Mohamed Patel starts in P13. Lee Morris 14th, followed by his new teammate Jim Parisis in the World F1, who goes out for the rest of the season. Blair Disley, who replaces Morgan Moran, who's in heavy training at the moment for one of the biggest LAN events in the world, as GTR 24 Hours, takes place in Holland. and literally it's a massive warehouse sort of thing, full of all, one half of it's all computers, the other half is like team bases, so that's going to be a very interesting thing to watch. With quite a few FSR drivers there, including Morgan Moran and David Greco. Patrick DeVitt starts 19th, and Aslakovic, the Scudiera Minaro, in 20th. As they weave their way around this tight, twisty circuit. Some drivers like it, some drivers don't, kind of like Marmite. So Bonnequist then coming round the final few corners. Very long lap though, and it's very quick in pace, very fluent, or it will also be very snappy as well, so it really can depend on drivers' personal preference if they like it or no. Hopefully, whether they like it or no, we will see some fantastic racing today. As the cars all line up on the grid now, the adrenaline will start pumping, the heart going like a trip hammer as Bonnequist looks to add one more victory to his tally. There we go, he lines up on the grid. Frederick Nilsson looking eager alongside him. Waiting for all the rest of the field to line up now. And then those 5 red lights will start to illuminate. Called Bessenberg starting at the end of the pit lane, it seems. We've got 4 red lights, 5 red lights, and we are away in Abu Dhabi, and Bonnequist immediately got a good start. Nilsson right on the tail of him into turn 1. I think Nilsson's going to try for the lead. He hasn't got the momentum going through the field now. They seem to make it through turn 1 okay. Dimitri de Matos is in the too fast for you. Going quite well. The team seems to make it through all okay. But it's still Bonnequist who leads at the moment. Frederick Nilsson second, Hurl third, Pumalainen in fourth. So he's had quite a good start there. Still Vermeulen in fifth with the other precision. And that's Dennis Hurl, it looks like, trying to have a look on Frederick Nilsson, who immediately picks up a slipstream of Bonnequist down one of the longest straights in Formula 1. Has he got enough momentum to make a manoeuvre? I don't think he has. Let's see if there's any other cars trying to make a move, and there is that's Renault Room P10 on one of the too fast views of Mohamed Patel, but Patel having a look at the Matos anyway. Room goes round the outside, tries to start back underneath as they go through the chicane. Not enough momentum. And the great opening lap so far, Queen still got quite a bit of a lead over Frederick Nilsson at the moment. And as John-Eric Saxon P7 having a look at the GT Omega of Kostadinov, he's had a supreme start there up into P6. So he's going down the field. Peter Burlack, it seems, is in the pit still. But at the moment it's still Bonnequist who leads, Nilsson second, and Hurl third. Pumalainen in fourth, Vermeulen fifth, Kostadinov sixth, and John-Eric Saxon seventh. So feels starting to spread out a bit now. But the Matos in P8 is on the tail of John-Eric Saxon, and that goes to Harmony nailing down the pit straight. Is that too fast for you? Will now try and breeze into turn 1. He won't quite have the momentum this time. It's up to Saxon now to just not fall under pressure, just keep his peg calm, peg going, make sure everything stays perfect. But look at Bonnequist, who's still under succumbing a bit of pressure now from Frederick Nilsson. Bono is trying to show the world, you want to be an FSR World Champion, you want to be a double FSR World Champion, this is what it takes. Frederick Nilsson definitely stepping up to the mark. A couple other drivers have done that this year. Morgan Moran really has shown some great potential for ACR Silverline. Frederick Nilsson has had glimmers of spectacular overtaking. Let's see if he can perform some more today as he chases down the double champion Bonnequist. A bit of a twitch yet on the exit of the corner. Pumalainen and Dennis Hurl, two Matt Corps, third and fourth, running very strong at the moment. It's going through the field then, it seems quite evenly spread out at the moment. Lee Morris up to P11, he's going to try and pressure Patrick DeVitt now for a points finish in the penultimate round championship. But look at Patrick DeVitt all over the back of the GT Omega Renault Room. DeVitt we know can be quite a feisty racer, he's shown some spectacular fights in his career. Let's see if he can get Pedro in there as he goes towards the end of this lap. Demanding track, and it's going to take a lot to try and make a successful move on someone as they go towards the final straight. The Matos in the slipstream of Saxon, the Vit in the slipstream of Reino Room. Are we going to see any moves? No, not yet. Back at the front though, Nilsson still losing a bit of time now to Bonnequist. Not significantly, he's still keeping up with him, matching race pace, but it's enough to fall back on at the moment. Another little battle going on. Yannick Lapchin, P12 under a bit of pressure now from Martin Gosby. Again, another driver who's proven himself in the lower series. Let's see if he can join this fight between Lapchin and Lee Morris. Lapchin immediately in trying to get on the slipstream of the Ward F1 driver. Has he got enough time? I don't think he has. Morris trying to catch a slipstream of his own, but he's a bit too far away for Patrick De Vit. There's a fight going on there though. Reino Room dives up the inside to meet Peter Matos, the P8. Through the chicane, and he's taken the move. Great job there by Reino Room. He really has matured this season, it has to be said. He started off with GT Omega like midway, and he came in and he's just really matured his driving style, kept a consistent head and achieved some good results. So it'll be interesting to see the next generation of drivers coming through next season. Look at Martin Gosby all over the back of the ACR driver. Has he got enough momentum? He tries to live around the outside. Lapchin defends the racing line very well, but Gosby following him all the way through this sharp compact of right-handers. And look how close he's getting to the rear wing of the ACR. The ACR car is just going to see a mist of red and black blur as they go towards the final pit straight now. And Gosby almost tried to look in the final corner. That was never going to work. Can he nail him into turn one? The ghost speed is going to be pedal to the metal, flat out, but it's not enough to catch Lapchin yet. She'll try to move into the chicane at the end of one of the longest straights in Formula 1. So far though, this circuit really has demanded a lot of attention from the drivers. I mean, you can't, it's like Monaco, you can't take just a split second of concentration away, because you're just going to lose control of the car or slam into a barrier. And look at Lapchin already having to go defensive. Gosby with a bit of a twitch, just going to give him a bit of a helping hand in London, but will it be enough to defend the position? This is the P12. Gosby's trying to push as hard as he can, but I don't think he's quite got the pace, as Lapchin kind of a bit of a slipstream off of Lee Morris there, just to try and boost him up a bit. We've got a little train forming there. Back at the front, Nilsson still maintaining the gap to Bonnequist, if not closing a little bit. You've seen this constantly though, Bonnequist and the Twisters seem to be battling out, duelling for fastest lap times, and as soon as one goes faster, the other will. And that's been a constant story through this season in FSR. Back down through the field then, Lapchin still under pressure from Martin Gosby. This is the closest fight on the track. Lapchin goes a bit wide. Gosby almost tried to have a look there. It was never going to work. He's right on the back of the rear wing of Yannick Lapchin. Oh, and a bit of a switch. Major oversteer there from Martin Gosby. Just losing downforce through the slipstream. And you can't tell that long through corners, and Lapchin is holding him up dramatically. This could cost him a points position if he doesn't pass him within the next few laps. Martin Gosby is under immense pressure now to score some points and get Gosby as high up points table as he can. And right now he's trying to do that by overtaking the ATR driver, who, after he said, he's doing a fantastic job of defending. Will it be enough though? Gosby again right on the tail of him. Lee Morris starting to slip to Lapchin now. He's got a three-way train, so Lapchin could try and get a bit of the slipstream off Lee Morris. Look how close they are as they go onto the straight, and Lapchin's going to get a big slipstream off Lee Morris, and that's going to aid him in defending against Martin Gosby's ghost speed. So 3 drivers, 3 teams, 3 nationalities. Which one will prevail? Lapchin goes to remove Morris, and he's trying to go up the inside, but he might have to race now. Martin Gosby going up the inside, but no, another superb bending manoeuvre from Yannick Lapchin. These 3 going at it. Trying to defend. Lee Morris takes the outside line. There's 3 of them. This could end very badly. Yannick Lapchin's got the outside line. He has to try and duck underneath as Lee Morris wide, and he's let both of them through. No, he's cut back across. Will he have to give the position back or no? I'm not sure whether that was an illegal overtake or no. Yannick Lapchin did have the position, and now Martin Gosby might, as he goes right at the outside, and he almost takes excess contact. Gosby goes flying off, somehow keeps it out the barriers, but onto the whoa, daring move there by Martin Gosby, and that was only going to end in tears. He just made slight contact with Lee Morris before that. Now Yannick Lapchin will be the man in front of the train. Is he going to hold him up, or is the train going to start to get formed? Gorspeed's pushing hard. You can see how hard he's pushing just by the sheer amount of understeer he's getting and oversteer through the corners. The back end just slipping out. And he's having to bite early into the corners. Can he now catch the back of World F1 driver Lee Morris? So we're 5 laps into this race and already a lot of drama has occurred. And look at Gorspeed now up the inside of Morris, who again defends well. Some great defending going on here. Almost slips up. Gorspeed's got to run around the outside. Going to have to sweep it and duck underneath, which he does. He's going to be side by side down the straight. He had a bit of a twitch, and now Morris straight back trying to catch the slips. Collapsing is not going to be enough. Gorspeed now dives right up the outside. He's got the inside line for the corner, and it's going to be a tag race. And I think Martin Gorspeed has secured that position very nicely. Clean overtake there from the Gorspeed driver. So Frederick Nilsson's still P2 at the moment. And Bottom Crease is still your race leader. Silver Miller P5, Tristan Anders P6, Saxon 7th, Rainer Room 8th, Matos 9th, Patrick de Witt currently the last man in the points, under a bit of pressure now from Yannick Lapchin. And how long will it take Martin Gorspeed to latch onto the back of Yannick Lapchin once again? Or was Lapchin being held up? No. But right now Mark Albert's also trying to put a bit of pressure on the other ACR driver of Blair Disley, and they get very close for comfort there. Trying to snap the wheel left now. For Complex, they have 2 left-handers in a row, and then switch into 3 right-handers in a row, I believe. Onto the final straight then. Let's see what Mark Alberts can do. He's pushing like that. Kostanov immediately goes to the outside, trying to avoid a slipstream. Alberts plays it safe, doesn't fall for the trick and lose downforce. Through turn 2 they go. How long is it going to take Mark Alberts, who's won various races in the World Trophy? He's been a supreme contender. Is he going to be good enough for the World Championship? Let's see if he can prove himself. Lee Morris has gone way wide. What has happened there? Morris is now down to P15. I think he must have made contact with Gorspeed or someone, but Gorspeed right on the back of the lap now, so plenty of action already over the track. And Blair Disley weaving Albert P14. Trying to have a look, he don't got enough time. Disley's done the right idea as he now drifts towards the right hand side of the track. Albert's is not going to have an opening into that chicane. And a major switch there by Mark Alberts. Disley immediately veering to the outside. I'm not sure whether he's playing extremely defensive or he's losing a bit of downforce with the car, but he's slipping by huge amounts away from Gorspeed as Alberts now tries to look up the inside of the chicane. Hasn't got enough. This runs a bit wide and Alberts almost having to slip underneath. He just can't quite get the momentum though. Let's see what he can do. And that's Disley gone a bit wide now. Alberts still trying to capitalise, but Disley's playing it very smart defensively. I'm sure it's only a matter of time before Alberts just puts the hammer down onto a straight and tries to take the lead. Look how close he is through the final corner, almost touching. Bit of a twitch, and that's going to cost him again. Disley goes right to the outside line. So at the back, Lee Morris has actually retired from the race. So not too sure what happened there. Back at the front though, Bono Crease is leading. He's got quite a lead now over Frederick Nilsson of 1.6 seconds. Dennis Hull, Miko Kumalainen, the 2 matchbots round out the top 4. Then Silver Müller in the other position is P5. Konstantinov running in a great race so far in P6. Back down the field, fighting for position in Blair Disley and Alberts, but Disley has to defend very well, and Alberts has lost a lot of time after trying an unsuccessful manoeuvre. So we've got our first retirement of the race, and that's being Lee Morris. Well, no, we actually have quite a few. So Lee Morris, Luka Slakovic, Peter Burlak and Kareem Betzenberg in the other twister all do not finish the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix, unfortunately. So back to the battle then between Yannick Lapchin now moved on. He's right now finding himself in an ATR Silverline sandwich between Blair Disley and Yannick Lapchin. The ATR is currently 13th and 11th place, just outside the points at the moment. There's another retirement there. Mark Alberts is out of the race, not too sure what's happened. And well, let's take a look at the replay then. So he's lagged, lost the front wing, and just plowed into the barrier. Nothing he could do there. So Mark Alberts and Ash Racing, who did look very promising, is now out of the race, unfortunately. Jim Parisis is your last remaining runner, P15 at the moment. And look at that, that's Patrick De Witt having to defend against Yannick Lapchin. Great racing there, but De Witt holds the line well, but he's now lost himself a bit of a slingshot to Yannick Lapchin. They go side by side through the pit straight. De Witt trying to force Lapchin round the hard way. He's going to have to fight for it, but he's done so. Yannick Lapchin makes a manoeuvre on Patrick De Witt, who is now out of the points and will come under pressure from Martin Gosby. Can Gosby hold his head and make the move, or is De Witt going to do another successful manoeuvre? Matos currently 9th, Reino Room 8th, trying to attack John Eric Saxon. Back at the very front of the field though, it's Frederick Nilsson and Bono Queen's leading the way. A gap of exactly 2.1 seconds, so there is a lot going down there, and it's slowly increasing. And look at Lapchin, still under a bit of pressure from De Witt. This fight is nowhere near from over, as there's 3 of them now. De Witt trying to catch a slingshot onto Lapchin, but he's not quite going to get it. And the question is, how will the pit stops affect this? We're on lap 9 out of 55. Well, rather completed 9 laps out of 55. So how soon are the guys going to pit? Who's going to risk it and try and manage their tyres and bring each and every ounce out of the rubber? And who's going to try and pit in early and perhaps leapfrog someone? The main guys who are going to be looking at the strategy here will be Yannick Lapchin, Patrick De Witt and Martin Gosby. All will be trying to fight for that P10, that final point scoring position, which is so important now, especially towards the end of the season. You want to make the best impression you can on your teammates. And talking about that, John Eric Saxon all over the back of Reino Room as well. So there's quite a few fights going on around this Abu Dhabi track, and John Eric Saxon almost had a look on the inside of Room there. Didn't quite have enough momentum. Let's see what the Ghost Speed driver can do as he attacks one of the GT Omegas. His teammate, Dejan Kostadanov, is currently P6. Saxon is following at the moment, not trying to go too aggressive. He's a very smart driver, John Eric Saxon. He's proved that over the last couple of seasons. Lapchin still holds 11th. De Witt holds 11th, I beg your pardon, from Martin Gosby, who's still trying to attack the back of the Ghost Speed car. Both red and black colours. But the question is Patrick De Witt's car faster than Speed? Or at least faster than Ghost Speed? We'll have to find out very shortly, as Gosby will be eyeing up a move on, well, probably one of the most best renowned qualifiers in Formula Sim racing. Of course, he's at pole at Monaco out of nowhere. With just a few seconds remaining, he's had quite a successful season, Patrick De Witt. Found himself starting right at the front of the field on several occasions. But look at the train now then. You've got from Reino Room P7 to Saxon, then to Matos, Lapchin, De Witt, Gosby. All quite spread out, but they will get a lot closer as the pit stop window will gradually begin to open. And Gosby's just trying to fight his way past that Ghost Speed car. He just doesn't quite have the speed yet. And De Witt's just doing all he can to defend, maintain composure. A tiniest little slip will have Gosby just stream past him within an instant, and it will just be nothing he can do about it. De Witt's doing a very nice job of defending at the moment, but Gosby's race has been hurt badly at the moment. And again, another twitch. Gosby seems quite unstable as it flies around this Abu Dhabi track. Front though, on the two Matchbook cars, 3rd and 4th, Dennis House, of course the previous world champion, Nico Kumalainen, he ran 2nd apart actually, to see them two in a combat, and having a battle around this circuit will be very entertaining, not just for the fans, but for the drivers themselves. These two know each other's driving styles incredibly well, and it will be fantastic to see what kind of fireworks these two can produce. So De Vit still trying to fend off Gosby, just can't quite get close enough at the moment. And it's costing him, to be honest. Martin Gosby is trying to fight his way through, but he just doesn't have the momentum. De Vit is driving perfection after perfection lap, and because of that, Gosby's just slightly making a bit of punches out. Right wing will step out, and he just can't control it. The two GTM men are getting quite close now. Konstantinov and Reino Room. It'll be interesting to see just how those two go. Again, two teammates, two people who know each other's styles very well, and both have developed as well. Coming to the World Championship, not really knowing what to expect, or not having any expectations to live up to, and they've both succeeded them. They've proven themselves to be worthy of a driver's seat. But the question is, will they be at GTM Mega next season? I'm sure there'll be talked about, well, whose drivers are going where will Bono Priest be? Will he stay in FSR, stay with Precision? Or will someone step up to the mark? The drivers flying through now then. Bono Priest, Frederick Nilsson, Dennis Hull, Mika P. Milan and Cyril Verdmüller, your top 5. Of course, Stalinov is 6th at the moment, but under pressure from his teammate Reino Room. Say, for instance, Bono Priest did go to another league or decided to take a year out or something. And yeah, I think, you know, Precision have got quite a lot of drivers to look for. You've got Cyril Verdmüller, who's done fantastic in the short amount of time he's had in that Precision car. You've got Jeffrey Ripveld, the World Series champion, who has driven so many great races, proven him to be a worthy champion, so he should be heading the World Championship next year. You've got Morgan Moran for ACR, who's done a supreme job of challenging Priest. If you look back to Spa, the continuous battle they had over 10 laps was one of the most fantastic I've ever seen. So there's quite a lot of rumours at the moment of drivers going all over the place, so still very much undecided. But I'm sure when it does, it will be spectacular. And of course, I don't know if the team orders there. Short Reino Room just seems to get let through. And that's a bit odd, unless Reino Room's gone wide, or that looked really much to me. Yeah, literally, Costalino was just pulled over, and Reino Room's gone through. There wasn't much time off. So obviously didn't want any fireworks going off or taking each other out. That's the last thing you wanted to keep off. So they played it very cool there, and just let the faster car through. It's not illegal. But the question is, how much has he lost to John Eric Saxon in P8? And will he be able to capitalize on that time loss? Further down the field though, well, we missed that one. De Vit down to P12 after Gosby's got past him. So we're currently on lap 13, and look at De Vit now, who's got back past Gosby. So he's not going to let it go without a fight. Gosby's going to have to fight if he wants that position. That's a great move there by Patrick De Vit. So let's see if Martin Gosby's got the fire on his belly. That adrenaline rush to try and perhaps perform a spectacular move on Patrick De Vit. All drivers trying to prove themselves of what they can do to secure a drive for next season. So we're on lap 15 now. Bono Priest, your race leader at the moment. There's position changes with the field there. De Vit and Gosby still going at it. P10 and 11, so this is the final point playing position. At the moment, Blair Disley is currently P12. Yannick Latin after P14, as he just leaves the pit lane now, one of the trickiest pit lanes. Well, he goes under a little tunnel, dips back up onto the circuit, and never quite seen a pit lane like it. It's must require joint riders to navigate their way around, but got to be concentrating as well. It's going to get on the throttle too early. By far the closest battle on the track is David Gosby or Disley versus Mohammed Patel. Again, Patel, another driver who's impressed quite a bit this season. And look at Gosby got back past a bit. So let's see, this is a fantastic fight going on. Let's see what Patrick De Witt can do. Then he's gone a bit wide there, and that's going to let Gosby just gain a bit of an advantage to perhaps hold the position now. The final point playing position. How important is this in terms of the Constructors' Championship? De Witt now trying to attack Gosby once again, but as he got the pace, Gosby dives in pit lane, so he's made that move. In a very, very good position there, because now he can safely pit and he's in front of De Witt, but now De Witt is going to have to drive one hell of an in-lap for when he enters the pit lane. Costanino coming under a bit of pressure now from John-Eric Saxon, Dimitri de Matos just behind them. And look at Saxon all over the back of that GT Omega car. Let's see if Saxon can get his foot down. We go down the long straight in towards the chicane as Saxon got the momentum. He has a look up the inside, dips back in underneath because he just didn't quite get close enough to the GT Omega, which seems to be losing a lot of time at the moment to Saxon, De Matos and De Witt. As right on board with John-Eric Saxon there, currently P8 as he tries to hunt down Costanino in the GT Omega racing. We go through the chicane there, quite a complex set of corners. You've got to drive these rapid every time you have to defend and attack as well. Let's see if Saxon can get the job done and show us just what it takes to have a drive in FSR as he tries to get all over the back of Costanino. He just knows he'll be full of his red and black ghost speed car. They go in towards the pit straight once again. None of them decide to pit in. Question is, where's Patrick De Witt? Then is Howes in the pits. Frederick Nilsson leaves the pits. So does Bono Crease as well, so both the leaders have been in and are reasonably close to each other. So Bono Crease is at the pit lane now, Frederick Nilsson just crosses the line now, so quite a bit between them, around 3 or 4 seconds, but it's enough to separate them. And after the side for first and second as well. Right now Queenston, another Vettel-esque drive, and Patrick De Witt still hasn't pitted in yet. This will be very interesting to see just how close Gosby comes out. Gosby at the moment isn't in any traffic, so those new tyres will be going on him. The heat will be warming up, the rubber will be wearing in, and he'll be getting more and more grip as Patrick De Witt will be losing it. Patel still trying to chase down Blair Disley, bit of a gap between them however. Let's see if De Witt hit in this lap. He's trying to at the moment chase down P9 Dennis Hull in the Mac Corp, who was up in third at one point after pitting in there. So it's the Matos, Saxon, Costanino, and look at Frederick Nilsson on the back of Renault Rouge. This will be quite interesting to watch two very aggressive drivers. Let's see what Frederick Nilsson can do as they go in towards one of the most difficult corners I've ever seen, and Nilsson has slipped through and Rouge's not going to fight for that one. He just won't have the pace to compete with a twister. John-Eric Saxon still on the back of Costanino. When De Witt gets in then as he comes up towards it now, and he doesn't pit in again, so De Witt's playing a very risky game now, trying to eke every bit of life out of those tyres. But is it going to cost him or is it going to help him? Only time will tell as Patel has a look on Blair Disley. And that's Gosby P14 at the moment. That's Patel's lap time said. So Martin Gosby His last lap was, well, 2 minutes after pitting in. 1:42. Let's see what Benito de Matos, not Benito de Matos, Patrick De Vit's doing. He's in a 1:41. So right now, De Vit's confident he can stay out on the track. If you've just joined us, then welcome. We're on lap 18 out of 55. So far, we've lost 4 drivers, unfortunately. Mark Alberts, Steve Morris, Lucas Lakovic, Peter Berlak, and Kareem Betzenberg. So look at train starting to form now. That's for Q6. Costamino Saxon and Dimitri de Matos. Quite spread out at the moment, but look at Dennis Hell on the back of the Matos for P8, trying to reclaim the position straight up the inside. Textbook manoeuvre there from previous world champion Dennis Hell. Look at Bono Queese now trying to attack his teammate in P2. Still Vermeulen, the 2 position cars going at it. Is Vermeulen going to yield or no? It'll be very unlikely for him, sure. I think Bono Queese secured the championship. Doesn't he have to fight for anything? Vermeulen's going to try and go exactly where he should be in position. Goes to the outside. Bono has such a slingshot out of that final corner, and Vermeulen's just going to be able to do nothing about that. Queese slips straight back into second, and he's quite away from Frederick Nilsson in P4 now. And still no sign of a pit stop from Patrick De Vit. Back up the front. Let's see if let's watch Dennis Hell's move of progress, and let's ride on board with him as he goes on to the longest straight on this circuit. Final attack on Eric Saxon. He should be able to nail him into the chicane. Saxon moves up to the inside to go defensive, and Dennis Hell's going to just sweep it around the outside, and no, prize is all there from John Eric Saxon. So Howard just weaves his way through the traffic now, as he now approaches the GT Mega Driver. 1 down, 3 to go until he's back at the position where he previously was. One of those cars, unfortunately, behind him is his teammates. We'll see how he's getting on. He's currently, Yannick Lapchin is crossing the line now in P13, Godfrey still 14th, Paresis. The last one 16th, fight there for Tao and Disley. P12, and there's a bit of contact, and Disley may have touched the wall there. He's gone a bit wide, and he could have lost all that effort there. He tries to fight back against a too fast view of Mohamed Patel, and Patel's just gone straight up the inside. Forced Blair Disley off the road. There was a bit of contact side by side through the chicane, and Disley may have had a slight bit of damage there to the end of the front wing. Look at the fight there, Costinov and Howell breezes through turn 1 very easily. Next on his pit list, Reino Room in the GT Omega. Quite a bit away, but it shouldn't take him too long to get there. Bono Queese though, breezing away. Nico Piemelainen, current leader at the moment in the Maccourt Racing. That's quite an achievement there. Let's see how long he can hold against Bono Queese. Well, Howell moves to the inside, tries to Reino Room. He's not going to do that. He's very slow moving Reino Room by the looks of things. Oh, breathing that quickly. So the 2 ACR guys are together. Lapchin, Disley, and Mohamed Patel. That'll be interesting to see. A lot of teammates are together. So very equal pace. So it's all down to the drive then. Gunnar Saxon now trying to fight again with Kosadina for P7 this time. And De Vit still hasn't pitted in either. We'll try and keep you posted on when De Vit pits in. Gunnar Saxon all over the back of that GT Omega. Surely Constantine's going to have no fight as Godspeed, no not Godspeed, Gunnar Saxon, I beg your pardon, is on a rampage now, flying around the Dhabi turn. Constantino goes a bit wide there. Nice to miss Constantino to the final turn. As they fly down the finishing straight. Let's see what Gunnar Saxon's got. It's not enough to overtake Constantino just yet. I'm sure we'll all know when he's going to be trying to line up a move, and that will be just as they hit the longest straight in Formula 1 almost, apart from Catalunya. So De Vit's still yet to pit, and Martin Gosby is slowly but surely gaining on them. Let's see what Saxon can do there. I don't think he's going to nail it this time. They get quite close. He tries to have a look at the inside, dips back underneath. He's never got there to gain a bit of downforce into the corner. He follows the GT Mega Driver through the chicane. And now look at this, he's got a great slipstream. Saxon all over the back of it. Costanino holds the inside line, forces Saxon to slingshot around the outside. And that's very close to the chicane, but Saxon made a great manoeuvre as long as he doesn't trip up on the outside. And that's a supreme manoeuvre there from Gunnar Saxon in a tricky angle. They almost reach race distance here. And now let's look at Lapkin then in the ATR, he's 12 at the moment, trying to catch up to too fast to use Mohammed Patel. As they go through the final straight, you can see a bit of marbles there on towards the outside of the racing line. Lapkin trying to pull away from his teammate now as he's picking up the slipstream. There's Mohammed Patel, let's see if he can put a move on him there. No, it's going to be a move on the straight either by the looks of things. But then Frederick Nilsson, let's watch this then. Nilsson versus Cyril Vermeulen, P4, P3. Let's have a ride on board then with Frederick Nilsson as he tries to charge against Cyril Vermeulen. Goes up the inside, and Vermeulen's not going to fight that unless he doesn't come in too deep. And no, Nilsson's made the manoeuvre. Starts to P3, but he's a long way away from Bruno Weiss. And I think this way took you all over on that speed, puts the foot wrong. Mohammed Patel trying to fight with Lapkin still. These two ducking and diving around each other, weaving, using all the circuit and sometimes a little bit more as they fly around this Abu Dhabi circuit. Lap 21, or 22 even has. Yannick actually got what it takes to defend against Patel. The Englishman desperate to try and fight his way past the APR driver. Only one step closer to a points position for his too fast for you team. Using a bit of time to Lapkin now as they go towards the pit straight. And still no pit stop from Patrick De Vit. It surely must be hurting him. You can see there a bit of a twitch. And De Vit is starting to lose the tyres a bit now. So let's watch this then, Damatos trying to fight against Costanino now. He's slowly slipped down the field. Let's see what Dimitri can do. So T-Farsi really out there to prove themselves. Patel currently 12th. Got a bit away from Lapkin now, and his teammate Damatos is currently 9th as he tries to fight against the GT Omega for P8. Let's see what kind of pace the T-Farsi has as there goes what looked like one of the Costanino put this in then from P9. De Vit again stays out. It's kind of showing dividends there. P9, so he's slowly moving up the field. They're back in front though. Bono Breeze is your leader. Kumalainen trying to fight there with what looks like Bono Breeze. Yeah, Kumalainen still fighting with Kreese. Kreese made the move quite easily. Kumalainen's not going to let him go. Look at this as he dives up the inside. Kreese wasn't expecting that. And has he got enough momentum? No, Kreese still holds the position. And that was totally unexpected there by Mikko Kumalainen. And I think Kreese may have got away now, unless Kumalainen can pull something special out of the bag. Was Matt Corporal position, both run by the same company. Martin Gosby up to P13 after making a very early stop. Patrick DeVitt up to P9. So I think a little chat then, let's talk about this biggest 24-hour virtual Le Mans in the world then. They place in Denmark, and quite a few of them myself will be there. Morgan Moran and David Greco will be racing for ATR. So if you're very much into your sim racing, please then just out Google it, GTR 24 hours. It's the biggest event in the world, and I'm sure they will all appreciate your support. So it's always nice to get some FSR drivers, just a bit of confidence and support, and I'm sure they'll do very well. But right now all eyes are on the Abu Dhabi track in the penultimate round of Formula Sim Racing, I believe. So here we go then. It's still Saxon and Gosby now then. Two teammates behind each other, 12th and 13th. And it's still yet to pit for Patrick DeVitt, and this is you trying to worry him now. He's currently up to P8 though, so it's really helping him doing this longer strategy, but will it hurt him and come back to haunt him? Only time will tell. Louis Silva, Miller trying to fight with Dennis House, P4. I think House pretty much got that secured though. Slowly the order seems to set back into what it was before. And now Frederick Nelson's got his eyes set on Kumalainen. Has he got what it takes? Will Kumalainen say no? You want to fight me, you're going to have to fight extremely hard for it. Kumalainen wants to finish as hard as he can. There's nothing to lose now. So Kumalainen picks in though for presumably his second stop. No, his first stop, wasn't it, because he was winning. So Dennis Earl moves back up to third place. The podium will be well deserved for Dennis Earl. He's quite some nice drives this season. It'll be nice to see him back up on the podium once again for Matt Court. Third Muller comes in as well then, as does Reino Room. Anyone else going to pit in? Patrick DeVitt still stays out. Look at the amount of positions he will gain now. He's going to move up to at least P6 surely. Will he get P5? No, it's P6 then for Patrick DeVitt. So the man who leaves the pit is Reino Room on the exit. Very twisty exit for a pit lane, has to be said. As Room joins right out back in P10. Lapchin on the back of DeVitt once again. These guys already had a fight. Lapchin on much fresher tyres. Surely DeVitt's going to have no fight in that fast and speed car. It's going to give him a bit of a sign as Lapchin breezes up the inside. And thank you very much, says the ATR driver, as he makes a successful manoeuvre for P6 into the chicane, but DeVitt fights for it out of nowhere and now tries to start back underneath, but he hasn't quite done it. He's going to have to pick up a slipstream, bit of a twitch in the fast and speed car. Will he get enough momentum out of the slingshot to try and make a manoeuvre? Currently P7 dives up the inside and almost contact, literally comes to a halt there to avoid contact with Yannick Lapchin. Fantastic racing going on here. So Bonnequist still your leader then. He's led from pole, as he has done for quite a few races this season. Frederick Nilsson second, Dennis Howell third, Kuhlmann and fourth. Lapchin up to P5 now. Patrick De Witt is in sixth, but he's going to be fighting those tyres. And I'm sure he's going to have to make a decision whether to pit in soon. So back down the field then, Raymond Blair Disley still fighting it out. He's starting to pull away now in P8. John Max Saxon 10th, Dorothy 11th behind his teammate. And there's still a bit of pressure from Dimitri de Matos. In Greece still in the World F1, P15 at the moment. Let's see when. There's a pitter in there, that's Blair Disley enters the pit lane. Weiss leads still then from pretty much from pole except for the pit stops, again showing what it does take to be a champion and what sort of drives you need to do. He hasn't put a foot wrong in barely any races in quite a long time. The question is, when is Patrick De Witt going to pit? I mean, Gosby's got up to 10th, those two are dueling it out before the pit stops. Now, De Witt's is 6th, but he's going to have a much slower car, be losing a lot of time. And just how long will it take for him to enter pit road? Because right now, De Witt is just falling and he's going to lose places if he's not careful. He hasn't pitted in yet, so... But he is doing consistent times though. I mean, his last 5 lap times have have to be said. You know, 141, a 140, a 140, a 141, and a low 141. So he is going quicker, and he's doing his personal best actually. His personal best was a few laps ago, and he's currently matching it as well. So he's starting to slip a bit now, but fast and speed driver seems to have it nailed pace-wise. He's got himself in a good point scoring position. Good strategy's always helping, as we saw a front wing there. Well, presumably that was a bit of Blair Disease when they made contact. Only a couple of instances though for Bonnequist in which he put a foot wrong, the first being way back in qualifying when he slammed his car and pulled up to start way back in the grid in Turkey, but still managed to fight through the field and win the race. And then the only other time we saw him under a lot of pressure was back in Spa, as we mentioned, with Morgan Moran doing a fantastic battle with the Flying Dutchman, and those two on the wet, probably one of the greatest battles I've ever seen in sim racing history. So Morgan Moran is going to be a good driver to watch next season, and so will Bonnequist. If those two ended up teammates, so that could then make up for possibly the greatest matchup in FSR history. So only time will tell, but it's a promising and bright future for both Moran, Quist and Formula Sim Racing, and right now Quist showing exactly why he deserves a drive. De Witt is currently P12 then, after pitting in, it presumes. So yeah, so De Witt comes out P12, and I'm looking he's come out behind, and that's Martin Gosby. And we said how close that they should have pitted in earlier, but Gosby seems to have got that mile, got himself back out in front of De Witt. So I think De Witt won't have to stop again. Now we're over halfway in the race, and he made his tyres last an incredibly long time. We're on lap 30 out of 55, and he's made his tyres last so long, but De Witt's under pressure now from Costanino, who has already got warm tyres. De Witt's going to have to fight to warm his up. Let's see just how long it takes. So De Witt seems to have got speed now, pulling away from Costanino. They're all quiet on the Western Front at the moment, as they say, no major battles going on. As one of the AGL Silver Lines fly across the line. Also guys as well, don't forget to like Formula Sim Racing on Facebook. Drop us a line, tell us what you think of this season so far, who your favourite driver is, and who you think will be champion next season. So quite so many debates to have at the moment, so show your face on the Facebook page, Formula Sim Racing, and say hi, get involved with the community. Always nice to talk to people who watch the sport, and it's just, you know, it's ever-growing community. So many more people now getting into it and watching the live streams. And there's a fight there, David and what looks like Costanino for P13, P12. Costanino's actually taken the position. David's going to have to fight hard for it though, as Costanino looked incredibly quick when he made the move. And oh, David with a major moment! We've known him for doing that. It was a big slide, but a bigger save. Whoa, that was a scary moment. I'm sure his heart would have skipped quite a few beats after that moment, and that could have ended his race very early on, and that's the last thing David wanted to do, but he's lost a lot of time, possibly a lot of heat in his tyres, and he's going to have to fight even harder to catch Yannick Lapchin now, and that moment will stay in his head for quite a while throughout this race, and he's going to try even harder not to make it happen again, as he will go through the circuit one more time. We'll get to the corner and perhaps take it with a bit more caution, as Martin Gosby's back in the pit lane, so David's back out in front. There's a car there, Costanino spun off. I'm not too sure what's happened there, so that's into turn, on the exit of turn 1. So what's happened is he's snapped right the back end of that down, after correcting the slide, he's gone too far left, slammed into the wall, and he's now P12, luckily no damage done, or is there, he's cut the chicane, he may have some premature damage, and Blair Disley's surely going to capitalise on that. So he's under a lot of pressure now. Can he make it back to the pit lane? Is there any major damage done? All these questions will be answered in a short amount of time. As you see, Martin Goldsby just appeared, P14 in the background. So let's see how well Costanino can defend. That was a major spin, and the bit almost had a mirror incident, but he managed to save the car. So what Costanino did, obviously something to do with the brakes. Brake, the back end stepped down, as he snapped it right, the car's gone the opposite end again there. So you can see that GT Omega is looking quite unstable. He's having to wrestle it around this circuit. It's not at ease, he's not flying and gliding around like it should do. It's under a lot of pressure, he's having to fight it, concentrate even harder to keep it in a straight line. And because of that, that's enabled Blair Disley to just get a massive run on the back of him, and surely there'll be a move here soon. And there's a car entering the pits, that's presumably Costanino. Dennis Howell still P2 though, Frederick Nilsson third. So Howell's done a great job to hold off Frederick Nilsson at the moment. Then his teammate Nico Kumalainen P4. Yannick Lapchin up to P5, great race for him so far. Yes, of course Costanino entered pit lane to presumably repair damage to get some new cars, because he was struggling. Bit of it, still P11 now, then he's got quite a gap back to Blair Disley. And quite a gap in front of him as well, he's going to keep the car in a straight line. And I look like Yannick Lapchin in the pit lane. Yep, so Lapchin on his way out of the pits, currently now P8. Let's see where he'll rejoin the track. He goes quickly up into the circuit, snakes back up, and rejoins on the exit of turn 1. And he rejoins P9, he's going to have to fight for that. Dimitri de Bratos, this will be interesting. As Lapchin will fight to warm his tyres up, but he's going to try and fight with de Bratos to get P8 back. Too fast V versus ATR, how many times have we seen this battle this season? And how many times will it continue to impress and blow our minds? Let's see what Yannick actually can do against Dimitri de Matos. And he's going to get close enough this time. He's in a 2-fast sandwich at the moment. Now, still in front of Nilsson, P2, P3. Nilsson still pursuing the Matt Court car, trying to just eke a move out from somewhere. He's staying with Dennis Sauer, but Dennis Sauer knows what it takes to defend. He knows how to defend. Of course, this track's pretty new to everyone. But Dennis Sauer has more experience in the series than Nilsson. Yannick Lapshin now trying to challenge Dimitri de Matos. They're on the pit, it's just behind him. This is not what it takes. The fans put the move on him as they enter. The finishing straight once again. John Eric Saxon is just in front of them. Look at Lapchin over the back of the Matos. He's trying to go down the outside and he just can't quite pull it off. Lapchin desperately searching for a way past the too fast for you driver. Can he pull it off? It's incredibly close between them. You just don't want to look away, so much going on at the moment. Can the Matos just defend against Yannick Lapchin though? He seems to be doing it at the moment. Lapchin sort of slipped back a little bit. But Lapchin nonetheless not going to give up. The gap between them is pretty close. In fact, it's just under a second. Well, around 0.4, 0.5 seconds. And Kostaninov is actually out of the race, unfortunately, so he's retired obviously due to damage picked up when his side of the car hit the wall. Blair Disney, Martin Gosby, another fight taking place. They go into turn 1 now, and that's for P12. Lapchin and de Matos is the one for the biggest point scoring position. The P8, let's see if Lapchin can put a move on. He's getting pretty close. It's not going to be enough though, surely. It might be now. He opens up the inside. The Matos defensive as the drag race into the corner, tries to break as late as he can without going wide. He's got the inside line. Lapchin dumps underneath, and they're side by side once again as they go into the next chicane. In a minute, and they're side by side still. It's an utter drag race. ACR seems to have the upper hand. The Matos fights back though, as he will have the inside line, but Lapchin holds off. What a courageous move there by the ACR driver, just holding his line as much as de Matos tried to push him off the racing line or fighting for the position. He did a supreme job of keeping the position, holding his head and making sure he stays in P8. So hats off there to Lapchin. Let's see if de Matos can fight for it back. Meanwhile, back further through the field. Martin Gosby's leg seems to separate a little bit now. Apparently Disney going quite well there.
With Verbula P5 as he tries to had quite a lead over Reino Room, and Room of course started off in the lower league. He's now pulled himself up to the championship, and right now if he stays where he is with this over 15 laps remaining, he's going to have a very hefty point stall for GT Omega. And Lapchin and all over the back is going out Saxon now. That's what this will be for P7. Peter Matos is straight behind. But Lapchin's definitely going to try and eat the position back. That Ghostspeed looking really good. Ghostspeed and now another team that have grown consistency over the past couple of seasons. So Lapchin and the ATR versus the Ghostspeed. Let's see how long it will take Lapchin to get past. So on lap 39 out of 55, it's been a long haul so far, and it's affected quite a few drivers. Because of this track's nature, quite a few of them out of the race. Costanino, Mark Holbert, Lee Norris, Luca Slakovic, Peter Burlak and Kareem Betzenberg all had premature retirements. Dennis Haldo has actually lost the place now to Frederick Nilsson, who's back in third, with second place Nico Kumalainen. So Kumalainen and Madcorp have an extremely strong race again today. Lapchin though all over the back still, and Mark Holbert's trying to desperate and drag section, I beg your pardon. And is he going to nick him this time down the straight? I don't think he's going to have enough time. He's slowly getting closer. Can he claw his way into the position? Goes into the chicane. Bits out for a bit of downforce, but it's nothing quite for a manoeuvre. He's just playing the Saxon, makes a slight error. Brings it a slingshot on the back off. And then makes the manoeuvre right now. Saxon's driving a pretty clean race. And he's immediately defending the inside line. Lapchin goes straight to the outside to try and pick up a bit of downforce. It's not going to happen. Need to switch to higher from the Ghostspeed driver. Let's see what Yannick can do. Towards covering for Morgan Moran, who is training for the GTR event. He's all over the back now though, trying to prove himself on the driver's seat. Let's see if he can just get enough momentum to bring himself into 7th place. I'm sure that'll be very much appreciated by the ACR team. And they're really have to grow. I mean, if he's got 6th mid-season, they have now pushed themselves right at the front of the field inside fighting as the track gets very dark now. You can see the track's just starting to go to blackness. You can see the moon out in full flight. We're on lap 40 to 15 laps to go. That's 15 more times around this circuit. Yannick Lapchin to try and make an attempt as they're going towards the chicane. He's a bit too far away. Almost touching wings there. So onto the fastest straight now. Let's see what Lapchin can do. He's all over the back of slipstream. Saxon tries to defend the inside line. It's not going to happen. Lapchin almost up the inside, not quite. Is he going to duck underneath? No, it's not. Tries to get a bit more downforce through the final corner, and again a bit of a twitch there from the ATR driver. Let's see now. He had a slipstream through here and able to take him into the chicane. Oh, he's gone very wide and he's going to run almost onto the runoff area there. And that's going to hurt him badly. And Saxon may just have a cheeky smile on his face as he will pull away quite a bit now from the ATR driver. But Lapchin already then breathes right back up to the back of Saxon. Saxon's going to be under immense pressure to hold that position. So Yannick then still trying to force his way past the Ghosty car. I don't think he just has that raw pace at the moment. Saxon's doing a great job of holding off in P7. The bit then behind Mosby in P12 now, trying to catch him as he's literally been swapping positions all way through pit stops, and God knows what else. Seems to have a fairly close fight as well earlier on during the Grand Prix. Can they repeat that? Only one way to really find out. As Lapchin's reaching his way up to join out Saxon in P8, is he going to make a move? No, he's not. The track very dark now. The lights start to gleam onto the tarmac, and it almost becomes like Singapore in the only twilight race of the racing season. One of the nicest looking, and now look at Lapchin. Has he got enough pace? I don't think he's just got it right now to try and get past John Eric Saxon. Oh, he's gone wide. He's tried to go down the outside. That's been confident again. He's run out of road. Nowhere else to go unless there's a collision. And that's the last thing he wants. And he's in a good position. 42 laps. You don't want to throw a points position away. So Lapchin's playing it kind of safe at the moment. But now look at this. This is very interesting. Pumalainen, P2, Nilsson, P3, and look who's slowly crept back onto the back of him and trying to force Nilsson into a Matchbox sandwich, and that's world champion Dennis Hell. Let's see if he can use the experience to get back past him. Pumalainen goes into turn 1, closely followed by Nilsson. Is Nilsson going to catch Pumalainen? He's already forced his way past one back course, he's going to do it to the other. Is Pumalainen going to be more resistant or just let it go? 12 laps to go. And Nilsson all over the back now of that silver or blue back car, and almost got in there. Up the inside, he's going to have a big slip through narrow down the straight. Has he got enough momentum to make a pass? I'm sure he will. Plenty of time out to do it. Pumalainen's not moving, drifting towards the middle of the track. Is it enough? Nilsson tries to go up the inside, tries to make it extremely late, and he does. Bit of contact almost. Pumalainen manages to hold his line though. Great defending there by Nico Pumalainen. Frederick Nilsson though, eager, keen on the slipstream, goes round the outside with a slingshot. Has he got enough though? Pumalainen switches lanes. And again, great defending, but look who's on the right on the tail, Dennis Howell. This is fantastic racing here. 3 of the most experienced drivers in the business. It'll be very good to watch to see if Frederick Nilsson can perhaps make a move for this. If he puts the slightest foot wrong, Dennis Hell's going to be straight through onto the back of his teammate and say thank you very much. Dennis Hell wants a podium position, he wants to be up there again. Nilsson wants to try and prove himself as the Pumalainen. They all have their reasons for being up there, but who's going to want it the most? It's not about who's the quickest or the toughest, or the strongest, the most aggressive, the most defensive. It's about who wants it most, who's got that fire. And right now it looks like Frederick Nilsson definitely wants it most as he crushes Nico Pumalainen. Really careful, Dennis Howell just behind. To go into the chicane. Still Belgium is quite a way away, so we don't have to worry about him just yet. And Nilsson almost let Dennis Howell have a cheeky sneak there, and again Nilsson straight on the back of Pumalainen. Can he nail him into the chicane this time? He's trying to ride on board with it. He's weaving his duck and diving, trying to find a way through. He gets towards the breaking point. Is it enough? Breaks late, goes up the inside, almost caused that bounce over the curve. Sneaky underneath how you doing it? People running goes by. That's side by side. And look at that. It's almost 2 abreast as the 2 teammates go side by side. Nearly 3 abreast. Nilsson's got the place. Howe now going to challenge. Dennis Howe to P2. Goes up the inside of the corner. What a move by Dennis Howe if he can hold on to it. That was absolutely fantastic. To only overtake his teammate, but to overtake Frederick Nilsson as well. Absolutely brilliant now by Dennis Howe. He's still got it as he gets. That was absolutely fantastic. But now Frederick Nilsson's going to have to watch his back as Piemelainen is in P3 at the moment. What can Nilsson do then against Dennis Howe? Piemelainen slowly starting to slip away now, but Dennis Howe is currently P2. But you've got to have to say he's going to have a little cheeky smile on his face after making probably the best overtake of the race. If not, then maybe one of the best of the season. That was absolutely brilliant there from Dennis Howe. Is Frederick Nilsson going to fight back though? But let's talk about Bono Cruz for a minute then. He's still leading the Grand Prix after 45 laps and 10 to go. And so Bono Cruz just adds another trophy to his collection. And I'm sure that's what he sees there, just a little collection because he's just dominated most of the races so far and he continues to do so. And he's definitely one of the best sim racers that the industry's ever witnessed. The question is though, the biggest question on everyone's mind, can Dennis Howe hold off Frederick Nilsson, and if he can, how long for? Because Howe is not going to want to give her that position any easier. So currently Dennis Howe still down in front of Frederick Nilsson. We'll see what he can do. Nilsson's still going to try and fight. He's running out of laps though. 9 laps to go until the end of the Grand Prix. Now, to be said, that course has made some great progress since mid-season, and they were fighting for around 5th place maybe, but now they're right up there and fighting for the big points, fighting for the podium positions. And they're untouchable at the moment. Matt Corp doing a fantastic job, and it's great to see them back up there in the action. Reino Room has had a supreme race again in State for GT Omega, starting to prove himself now. Yannick Lapchin done another good job for ACR 7. Jackson 8 to Matos, who is currently in P9. Patel rounds out the top 10, so it's way too fast for you, so it's round out the top 10. Martin Wilkie just outside in 11th, the Vic 12th, Disney 13th, and Jim Poisis is the last man on track in P14. Nilsson, however, still trying to pressure Dennis Howe. Has he got enough though? Because I mean, Howe is driving, as we said, very consistently. He's just doing the defensive line. He's not pushing overly hard. He's not trying to create a gap, and that's could be what costing him. Nilsson has a very nice look as they go on the straight. Howe does what Piemelainen did. Moves straight into the middle of the track without hesitation. It's enough though, because I think Howe's going to get this one. Nilsson's a bit too far back. They does freeze up to the wheel wing. Let's hope Howe doesn't go wide. Nilsson was very way to sneak underneath there. So it's been an extremely good race so far. We're on lap 48 out of 55. And let's have a look at Bono Priest's time. He's doing 1:38. The fastest time is at 1:36.9. And that's the fastest lap of the Grand Prix. That was set just 2 laps ago. His last lap was at 1:37.1. There's no wonder why he's winning the race. He's lapping at an incredible pace. Whereas if you compare that to the pace of second place man Bennett Hell, who's 28 seconds away, his last lap was a 1:37.7. So he's quite a way off at the moment. But that could be because he's in an intense battle with Nilsson. It's kind of slipped away a bit now. Another battle on the track though, and that's between Wayne Room and Yannick Lapchin. 2 of the young guns, 2 of the new guys coming up through FSR the ranks. And let's see how they improve and play today, because I mean, this is going to be important if they're to secure a drive for next season. Lapchin's trying to search for a way round. He couldn't duck in the underneath. Is he going to pick up a slipstream, however, in towards the chicane? Under 278 kilometres an hour now, 290. Has he got enough though? It's 307 enough. He brings him right up to the back. Almost there. He's just got the inside of Wayne Room. Can Wayne Room defend? And a great move there by Yannick Lapchin. Perfectly placed. Literally just a millimetre in front of Room's front wing. Braces car there, makes the move. And that's a textbook manoeuvre there from Yannick Lapchin. Wayne Room then P7 trying to fight back for it, but he's not going to get him through the chicane unless Lapchin makes a mistake. Back at the front, it looked like Dennis Ho run a bit wide there in P2. Is that going to cost him as Nilsson's in the slipstream? Running out of time though, as we've said, we're on lap 49 now. And Nilsson's still now, he's got a lot closer. Dennis Howell, let's see if he can make a move. He's got such a nice slingshot. Surely Howell can't defend. Howell still stays in the middle, yet to make it. Look at that! Surely that's a bit of illegal blocking as Nilsson has to weave. Try and keep track position. Tries to sweep around the outside. Howell might go a bit deep. But fantastic racing now. Howell played a very, very, very smart game as Nilsson had a bit of a twitch. But surely that could have been a bit illegal. That one blocking. Nilsson had a race in line and he forced him off it, but Nilsson now flies through almost, but again Howell defends. So, you know, Dennis Howell's not going to want to give up second place, especially this late on during the race. And right now that's showing Nilsson must be getting very agitated, but he can't let it get to his head. As we have 5 laps remaining as Bono Priest crosses the line for the 50th time. And that's 5 more laps for Nilsson to try and put a move on. This one could go down to the wire just like it did in Montreal with Luka Slakovic. Surely we're going to see a repeat here. These two in no way want to give up their position as they enter the finishing line to start their 50th lap. Nilsson lost a little bit of time now, but you know when he's going to want to make him the move. And it will be as they exit the chicane onto the straight. Let's see what Frederick can do. The Swede will take on the German. Let's see what happens. He's a bit too far away though this time. How you notice now Marizona's press Hell stays on the outside line. He's not going to want to move in anytime soon. And just wait for Nilsson to make his decision, then immediately react within split seconds to defend the position. And that's all Dennis Howell right now. Defend, defend, defend. No point trying to pull away, just do what you can to defend against a very pacey Twister. But right now, it has to be said, he's doing a great job in second place, and if he can keep it, he thoroughly deserves it, because he has had to fight like absolutely mad to try and keep this second position, and will thoroughly deserve the satisfaction of being on the podium once again. They were back to Yannick Lapchin then. I mean, you know, he started 14th on the grid. So now to get him up way into the points positions, that's a P6, that's a fantastic run. He's definitely proved himself, which is what he came out to do. He's made some great overtaking maneuvers along the way. So it's good stuff today's race. So Ryan, I think he deserves a nice pat on the back for that. So back towards the front, Nilsson and Dennis Howe still dueling away. Nilsson just can't quite nail it. Howe's just thinking a step in front of the line, thinking beyond the box, as they call it, as Nilsson tries to weave his way into the nice slipstream now. This is going to be enough with 4 laps remaining. Nilsson surely going to try up the inside, a bit too far away, and he's just waiting for Howe to make a mistake, but it's not going to happen, I don't think, anytime soon. Nilsson's getting ever closer once again. He's trying to get closer and then go for a move. Is he going to do it this time? He's doing nice extreme, needs a slingshot. Is he going to get it? No, he does up the inside. Dennis Howe's defenseless, he has to sneak underneath. Nilsson's doing the move, and look at that. Howe's gone wide, and so is Nilsson. Howe still keeps the position. Fantastic racing here. None of these drivers want to settle for second best, and they're just throwing it all out there. The blood, the sweat, the tears will all be left on that tarmac tonight, because it has been a phenomenal race, and it's going to be a phenomenal climax as well. Nilsson getting a bit agitated now, you can tell it, he's getting a bit aggressive, the car's starting to twitch, the back end's starting to step out, and you can see it now, the frustration in the driving style, as Harold's just trying to keep him relaxed. He's doing what he knows he should do, as Nilsson streams to the outside, a drag race into turn 1, and he's got it done. It's taken him around 15 laps, but Nilsson finally gets back into second position. And can Dennis Howe come back from this? That's the big question, but Nilsson, out of nowhere, just streams to the left-hand side and just dives into turn 1 and takes first position. Wow! So can Dennis Howe pull back from this down the straight? Now that twist is not going to be held up, surely he's going to pull away a bit quicker. And yet you can see that Dennis Howe starting to slowly slip away a bit. We're not too far back though, so let's move to any other battles on the field. It's all pretty quiet elsewhere. There's 3 laps to go then. 103 still your race leader, but the closest battle on track is still Nilsson versus Dennis Howe. And it's been a fantastic battle, almost to the same calibre of Morgan Moran versus Bono Quiz back in Spa. But both of these drivers thoroughly deserve second place. Both have given their everything tonight to try and get there. So it's going to be a very well respected podium. There's no luck involved, it's all 100% down to the driver. We have Patrick DeVitt in the pits there, not too sure what's going on. Oh, Patrick DeVitt's off the front wing. So that's gone unnoticed. What's happening here then? That's, well, he's going in the pits. Yeah, so DeVitt's off the front wing. Let's see how it's going to affect his race. Jim Parisi, so he goes over to 13th now then. So the World F1 still in the race. He's still going to put a consistent race, Parisi. But back towards Dennis Howe and Nilsson battle. It's all sort of died down now. Frederick Nilsson has started to pull out a bit of a gap, but he just can't make a mistake. If he doesn't do that, then he will secure second position. Nilsson is enjoying the job so far. You have to say today, both Nilsson and Howe have done brilliant jobs to hold on to their position. none of them, it's because their driving style seems very similar. That's why they were fighting so hard. Surely if it was any other driver they would have perhaps let go, let the other one pass and settle for third, but not these two. If it ended in a crash, then that's what it would have took to gain the next position, because that's the sort of guys who, that's how competitive FSR really is. As we just have 2 more laps then into Bonnequist. Surely will pick up another trophy for his cabinet. We're going to switch there though from the double champion. Another battle on the track that's just arose between Mohamed Patel P9 and Martin Gosby P10, and this one could go down to the wire with just 1 lap to go, pretty much. And across the line, let's see what Gosby can do. Desperation's going to set in now. What can Gosby do? Literally touching the back, wait all the way around, giving him a push. He goes up the inside, contact, and he's pushed him wide. Surely that's a penalty. As Patel gets stunned out of 9th position, but no, Gosby does the right thing and lets him back through, straight back on the throttle, drag race into the corner, Gosby back in the slipstream, and so Patel back in P9 for the moment. Is Gosby going to make a move, goes up the inside, but great defending there by Patel, and look, they're practically touching things, and trading paint as they call it in NASCAR, as they fly through this Abu Dhabi track. 1 lap to go until it's all over. Let's see what Martin Gosby can do. Goes up the outside, that's a very risky move, and again a bit of contact, nothing too major though. So Gosby hot on the tail of his too fast speeding companion. See what he can do as he's just trying to eke away past. He's ducking and diving, weaving, just trying to push his Ghosty car in front of his too fast speeding rival. Right, seems to got it nailed there. So let's watch the final half of this with your race leader and double world champion Bonnequist as he comes round the final corner, and Bonnequist will win round 15 of the Formula SimRacing Championship. A perfect drive, and he spins his car in celebration multiple times there it seems, and keeps it out of the wall with style. Fantastic drive there from Bonnequist, and it will once again smiles around for the Precision Motorsports team. Second place will be Frederick Nilsson very shortly, but Bonnequist is just dominated all season, picked up win after win, winning way over half of the races. It's around 82% of the races he's won, so it's been a fantastic job by the Flying Dutchman. He's not called the Flying Dutchman for no reason. Frederick Nilsson crosses the line and gets second. Dennis Ho gets third. Pumalainen, who's been quiet today, will pick up a well-deserved fourth position. Fifth place will be Silver Muller. In the other position, Rainer will be sixth. John Eric Saxon seventh. The Matos eighth. And Patel's cut the corner there, and Gosby has as well, so I think that'll be Patel 9th, Gosby 10th. And then it's Bledishley and Jim Caritas 11th and 12th. It's been fantastic. And look at that, Patrick DeVitt. Yannick Lapchin actually suffered an engine problem, and I don't think he finished the race. That's just catastrophic for the ATR team there, just right at the end of the race, and he just didn't finish, so I'm very bad of luck there for Yannick Lapchin. He did a great job, but he did the best job of them all was none other than Bonnequist, and he deserves all the praise he can get. Finishing order then, Bonnequist 1, followed by Nilsson, Hell, Pumalainen, Vermeulen, Rainer Roon, Saxon, Dematos, Patel, Gosby in 10th, and Disley 11th and 12th, Jim Caritas, and 13th was Patrick DeVitt. driver of the day then, I think will have to probably be Rodrigues purely for the win. And he'll be looking on to Brazil in just a couple of weeks' time to finish the tournament. Can he take the final one in style? And then really just round out his collection. He must have won every trophy under the sun, to be honest. But next season, well, next race will be the final race of the season. You won't want to miss it. You can tune in live in 2 weeks' time by here on www.psrtv.com. And so for me, Liam Jenkins, it's been a fantastic Abu Dhabi race full of real spills and fantastic racing as always. So we will see you in 2 weeks' time for the Sao Paulo Grand Prix. You don't want to miss it. It's going to be a cracker.